I'm going to show you now how to assemble our handguard system onto your bike. Some of the things that we need to decide. First, this bike has tapered handlebars. So one of the first things that we need to do is all of our clamps are marked with a T. And what the T means is the taper. The T goes inward because this side is a bigger bore than this side to account for the taper. So what determines that is if your levers are more in the under or level position. So what we would do is the majority of them go in the under. Our handguards come with the split wedge that go into the end of the handlebar. And how this works is when you tighten the bolt, it pulls it and the wedge goes apart and actually wedges inside on this end. So then what we'll do, the first thing we need to do is put the clamp onto the bike. So we'll take the bolts that are supplied out, and both the clamp, both pieces have a T, and what that means, the T goes inward. So we're going to put the T inward. We're going to make sure the T on the other part is inward. And all we're going to do is just put this on and just fit it onto the handlebar. We're just going to pull the bolts up so that things aren't quite as loose. Whenever you're putting a clamp on like this, you want to try to maintain the same gap on the top as the bottom of the clamp here. Aluminum always tries to conform to the shape that you're putting it onto, meaning that it is always trying to bend. So we have it loose, nothing is tight. We are then going to take our blade. All right, now we're going to assemble the handguard. We have slid the wedge into the end of the handlebar. Going to take the bolt, move everything around until we get the bolt started. At this point, we're just going to start bringing bolts a little bit, nothing tight yet. We're just taking some of the slack out of the bolt so everything starts to show us where we need things fitted. All right, we're starting to get, we need to make sure when putting a handguard on, I recommend that the guard is run to where it's parallel with the ground. So at this point, we're just going to start tightening things up a little bit. And when we're tightening the bolts on the clamps, we're going to try to get the top and the bottom to where the gap is the same. We got the clamp moved in as far as we can. It just makes for a better fit. Start to tighten things up. Just go from end to end as we're tightening. And then as we snug things up, we just start torquing them down. And just keep going from one side to the next. We have the gap pretty much the same as the top and the bottom, and then we just tighten them down.